Hi, welcome to the holiday special for Nex-Tech Local 1. I'm Deborah Anderson, the host of Local Flavor. Andrea Keesee's here, she hosts Simple as That. And Jason Pearson is not here from Backyard Grillin', but he did send us some meat sticks to use for a fantastic thing we're making. And we invited Raleen and Becky here today to help us make some awesome snacks for the holiday season. I'm going to have Andrea and Becky start with the winter wine they have planned because I think that'll help all of us have a little bit better day.
Your home's exterior is the best defense against harsh weather conditions. With insulated vinyl siding, energy-efficient windows, spray foam insulation, and metal roofing from AquaShield Roofing and Construction, you can protect your home from howling winds and ice-cold temperatures. Don't let Mother Nature interfere with the comfort of your home. Call or visit us online today for a free estimate. AquaShield Roofing and Construction. Our team is dedicated to your complete satisfaction.
Come on down to Bees Bargains at Smith Center, Kansas. We got the deals.
We have a wide variety of inventory like soap, toiletries, toys, mini fridges, even kitchen tables.
Everything is new at Bees Bargains, but it's all half the price. Yes, half price. That isn't just a good deal, that's a great deal.
And with new items daily, our inventory is constantly changing. That means new great deals are coming in by the truckload weekly.
Bees Bargains at Smith Center. If you can't find a deal here, you can't find one anywhere.
We're back and we're ready to make some winter wine. I have Becky with me and we are excited about this because this is going to make your party, well, it'll take it to a whole new level. So what we're going to start with, of course, wine makes everything better. And this one is something we found on Pinterest. Yeah. And so I will be working with Becky to make this. So Becky, have you tried this before?
I have. I've tried it at home, and we like to call it winter wine because it's used perfectly throughout the winter, and the smell of it is very good for the holidays.
And we're heating this, right? It's going to be a warm beverage. It's not a cold beverage, so that makes it even more wintry. So when the snow starts flying, it will hit the spot, won't it?
And what better combination than wine and a warm beverage?
Yes, I know. I don't think I've ever had like wine like this before, so I'm really excited to try it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go over is the supplies that we need.
Yeah.
Very minimal, not too, and you can use whatever kind of wine, right?
Yeah, I suggest a red one though, just because for me, it gives more of a feeling of the holidays when it's a red drink.
Yeah.
So, but really, you could use any type of wine you want, like you said.
Great. Awesome. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is add some sparkling cider to a pot.
And I will say it doesn't necessarily have to be sparkling, but this is really what I found in a store. It could really be a bottle of any type of cider you want.
Okay.
I guess we already had our pot going, so. Yeah. This is, of course, is bubbling in here right now, but as we heat it, this kind of bubbly will kind of heat out of it. So.
Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to give you the red wine, and while she is putting the red wine in, there are some additional ingredients that we need, and we need the zest of an orange and the juice of an orange. We need a quarter cup honey, some whole cloves, 4 of them. We need 2 cinnamon sticks, right? And 3 star anise. And I had never have cooked or done anything with star anise before. Have you?
Me either. And open that up and smell that, because
if you like black licorice, that is what star anise smells like.
Yes.
And it's very, very pungent. Like it does not take very much. So you might want to start with maybe 1, and they're kind of unique. I'll pull one out here and kind of give you an idea of what they look like.
But they literally do kind of look like a star.
Yeah, they're like a star, and they each one, so they are very pungent, like I said, and very strong. So I recommend probably starting with 1, but you recommend 3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It just adds, I mean, it's just going to sit in there while it boils. It just adds that extra flavor to it.
Okay. And then we get it all going and we bring it to a boil and then stop, right? And let it simmer.
Yeah, we'll take a break after we get it boiling. But
Okay.
I did want to say, because we pointed out the wine, you can use any flavor. We chose a sweeter wine because all of us ladies really like our sweet drinks. So we chose this red Electra one, but you can really choose any one that you want. So
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and pour that in.
Okay. While you're pouring, I will add 2 cinnamon sticks. And
Get that out of the way. Also, my first time using a zester. So
Yeah,
all new
this is a
experiences
really-
with this recipe.
this is a really good one. Okay, I'll give you the honey.
Okay, so we've already measured out our 1/4 cup. And if you don't mind, will you hand me that spoon?
Yeah, there you go. And then
Make sure we get all of that
we
in here.
need 4 whole cloves. I'll count those in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And whole cloves are very pungent as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can, and then our star anise. There you go, Becky.
Thank you.
And then,
I forgot to grab, there we go,
orange zest.
something to stir it with here. And
Oh,
then
wow,
if you
that
don't-
just smells really, really good.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll have you cut that up and then we'll squeeze some of that juice in here.
Okay.
And Annie mentioned, do I have a juicer? I actually don't, so I just squeezed them by hand and I think it works either
Okay.
way.
You stir and I'll squeeze.
Okay.
I think that orange juice probably brightens it up quite a bit, doesn't it?
I'm starting to smell that already. Just the combination of all these flavors together, so good.
Now we had talked about, does this boil the alcohol away or are you cooking it long enough that
No.
it doesn't do that?
I actually looked that up because I was curious as well. It keeps about 85% of the alcohol still in it. So,
Okay.
I mean, if you're wanting something alcoholic, don't worry, it's not going to boil it all out of there.
Okay, and then what about, could you use like, instead of an alcohol based red wine, could you use like a sparkling red wine or grape juice?
Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't try
And
that.
then the kids could have it as well, couldn't
That would
they?
be really fun for the kids
Yeah.
because I know my friends always my kids always like to have the hot chocolate and stuff like what I'm drinking. So
Uh-huh.
they would probably like something like this
Yeah,
too.
so maybe you could make one version for the adults and one
Uh-huh.
version for the kids, and maybe not put as many spices in for the kids too, because
That's
they may
true.
not like those things as well.
Very true. So yeah, I think we just need to bring this to a boil and then
Okay.
we'll kind of show you what to do next after that.
Smells amazing. I wish there was smell-o-vision because it's yummy.
Smell-o-vision, I love that.
Because it smells great. It will definitely make your house smell amazing
Yes.
because it's got all of those spices that just really make a warm feeling in your home.
Yes, even after you drink this, you should leave a little bit in the pot just to smell up your whole house for a
Yeah,
while.
definitely. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to let this simmer, and then the last thing we have to do is strain it, right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that, okay.
that's right.
So that once you bring it to a boil, you don't want to drink the spices and the different things that are in there. So we are going to strain it. And we'll strain it into a pretty colander, so then you can serve it, or strain it into something that you would want to serve your wine in, and that works really well. But you will want to like a wire strainer just to make sure that you get all of the stuff out of it.
Yeah.
The herbs and spices and
Yeah,
everything.
so we won't have to do that yet. We'll do that right before we serve it.
Yeah.
So we'll just let this boil for a little bit.
All
then.
right. Thank you for watching.
Make a difficult choice an easy one with Cedar View Assisted Living's knowledgeable and caring staff. Your loved one will be professionally taken care of as they transition into their new community. With movies, holiday parties, planned exercises, and games, residents will have opportunities every day to enjoy their time at Cedar View. Multiple room styles are available, ensuring a just right fit for your loved one. Come see Cedarview Assisted Living for yourself next to Sternberg Museum. The care you need, the home you want.
Gove County Medical Center provides compassionate care combined with today's latest technology. We offer a wide range of services to meet the growing needs of you and your family, including surgical and swing bed services, cardiac and cancer rehab, as well as our pain clinic, long-term care, OB, and ongoing lactation assistance. Serving all of Northwest Kansas, our team of doctors and staff are committed to healing through caring. Visit govecountymedicalcenter.org and find us on Facebook to learn more.
Some mobile phone providers think they can just take. They'll all take an arm and a leg for a new phone. Got it. And look out if you go over your data limit.
I didn't see that coming.
Unlimited data plans as low as $20 per line. Come into any of our stores for a free, upfront, and honest consultation about your data and wireless needs. Nex-Tech Wireless, the carrier you trust.
Hi, welcome back to our holiday special. We're not allowed any winter wine yet because the girls are so hungry. They said we must get these started before we get to have any break. And so Raleen and I are making some sweet and sour meatballs. I have never tried these, but they are all the talk. If you go to the Hayes office, everybody would be talking about these meatballs. So I'm anxious to try them. What do you call them?
Just sweet and sour meatballs. Okay. And actually, they do go well with wine. I had a couples wine party in Hayes, and these were one of the appetizers that we made on the side. And they did go really well with any kind of sweet wines, dry wines, anything. So awesome. That's kind of why I decided it'd be good for our show today. So, okay, let's get started. We went ahead and we put 3 pounds of hamburger into the bowl, and then we're gonna add 2 eggs.
And she whipped them up a little bit.
Yes.
She's got everything measured for us.
Okay.
Nice.
And then we're going to do 1 whole can of evaporated milk, and this is a 13-ounce can.
This is going to make a lot of meatballs, I think.
It is. Okay, and then we're going to do 2 cups of oats. Okay, and then next we're going to do 2 teaspoons of chili powder. And we're going to do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then 1/2 teaspoon of pepper.
No, we don't put any salt in.
No, no salt.
Because they're sweet and sour.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're also going to do, this recipe actually calls for 1 onion. I like to use minced onion, so we went ahead and found the equivalent, and it's a 1/4 cup. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to use in this.
About a tablespoon equals a 1/4 cup of onion, and we want about a cup of onions.
Yes. So. And then just go ahead and get it all mixed up here, and I just use my hands with the gloves on.
It's probably best. I have tried to do it with the KitchenAid, and really it just gets strings of fat stuck to the beater.
Oh, yeah.
That's hard to get off.
This is much better with gloves on, because last time I made these, I didn't use gloves. And
oh, my goodness. It's hard to get that sticky feeling off your
hand.
It is,
yeah.
So what size of balls do you make these into?
Pretty decent size. This whole recipe should fill up 2 9x13 pans and 1 8x8. So wow. It makes a pretty big recipe. So we do roll them quite a bit larger. I would say probably about this size.
That's the size you want them?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and start rolling these and go ahead and do that pan, I will get started on the sauce that goes over the top of them.
I would love to. Because we do that, you don't have to boil the sauce or anything?
Nope, you don't. You just pour it right over, and then everything just bakes in the oven. So
it looks like deviled ham.
Yeah, it does kind of. Okay, we're going to start out with 3 cups of brown sugar for the sauce. And we're going to add 4 cups of ketchup to this, which is about 1 whole entire bottle. I don't remember what size the bottle was, but
it was a larger than average bottle.
Yes. That pretty much gave us right at the 4 cups.
It wasn't the regular size.
Let me go ahead and use this.
I would have guessed it was a quart, but
It's just about perfect.
And how much brown sugar did you say?
3 cups.
Okay.
And then you just kind of start mixing this. And this makes a really, really good sauce. And honestly, after these are made, you don't have to put anything else on them. They're good just the way they are. So, okay, and then next we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and do the chopped onion again, doing the minced onion instead. So we'll use a 1/4 cup of that in here again.
So the recipe calls for about a cup?
Uh-huh.
Or another whole onion?
Yes.
Okay. I dropped a piece of meat. Too bad the dogs aren't here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they would want to eat that.
I wouldn't want them to.
No. Okay, and then we're gonna add another teaspoon of garlic powder in here as well.
I like that you use those dried onions. They seem to have a lot more flavor, and they're so little that
Yes.
you could never cut a fresh onion that small.
My family, they don't really like huge onion chunks, so that's kind of the minced onions. I kind of feel like I can hide them a little bit better in the recipe. So, and then the last thing we're going to use is 3 teaspoons of liquid smoke.
I like liquid smoke.
It gives it a really good flavor.
We could probably convince people that Jason made them on Backyard Grilling.
Yeah, they probably would be.
Fake.
Okay.
Am I too slow?
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Just getting the brown sugar chunks out of here.
Now, how close can I put these together?
And they can go pretty close.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll
I would
probably
squeeze
shrink
as
up a
many
little.
in there as you can because
You only bought
it
so
is
many
a
pans.
very, very big recipe. This is great for the holidays, appetizers or anything, because it makes a big batch and it's very, very easy to make. So, make sure I got all the brown sugar chunks out of here.
I usually use like a cookie dough, so I get them all the right size, but they'll just have to be how they are.
Yep, they'll be good.
Okay.
All right, I think this is just about ready.
That means she's waiting on me.
You're doing good.
That one looks too big. Good enough.
Yep. Okay, now we're just going to, and obviously this is for all the pans, so we're just going to go ahead and pour a little bit over here. I always just kind of start with a little bit, and then when I get done with all the pans, I'll obviously add more if we need to. So
this is me. Obsessing. Okay, there you go.
Okay. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and pour over the top here.
Now, what temperature oven did you say?
350 for 1 hour, I believe.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to wait another hour for
I
our
know.
winter wine. Well,
Okay, so I kind of start here, making a mess. And I kind of roll it around in here a little bit. I just make sure that, and obviously this will get a lot runnier once it gets heated, so just kind of pour it over there. And so I'll kind of start off with about this much, and I'll go ahead and roll the other pans next, and then I'll add more to this later here too. So
let's get this one in the oven, and we'll keep rolling. And when we come back, we'll be making red velvet cheesecake brownies.
Storage Solutions is invested in complete customer satisfaction. You can choose a drive-up unit or a climate-controlled unit. Plus, you can choose from storage units of all sizes to fit your inventory. And that's not all. They'll sign for your packages and deliver and unload them into your unit. Storage Solutions has been named in the top 100 U-Haul dealers 6 times. Rent a pickup, cargo van, or moving truck to keep your goods on the go. Remember, making moving and storing easy is Storage Solutions in Hayes and Victoria.
What a girl wants in her home kitchen. Ease of use, flexibility, fun, the latest kitchen design, Frigidaire Professional Real Stainless Steel for fewer finger smudges, a French door refrigerator, convection cooking, a quiet dishwasher. Have the staff at Genuine Appliance in Hayes demonstrate new Frigidaire Professional appliances to find what you want. Genuine Appliance at 1224 East 27th in Hayes. Everything a girl wants.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Let us shop for you. Contact Rogers & Associate to learn more.
Tmax Trucking Llc delivers service you can depend on and serves all of Northwest Kansas. They have shale pits located from Logan to Waukene that provide convenient access to your location. Tmax Trucking specializes in road maintenance, and they have a dozer, dump truck, backhoe, and grader to get the job done right. Their locally based business was established in 2012 and is both licensed and insured. Let Tmax Trucking Llc deliver service you can depend on.
Welcome back to our holiday special. I'm the one in charge of making the red velvet cheesecake brownies, and these have always tasted good to me, but it took me a long time to figure out how to cut them without crying. So that's my main thing I want to show you, is how to make them nice, easy, clean cuts, because otherwise it rips right through it. First of all, I'm going to get my pan ready. I always use my stoneware, and you want to line it with parchment paper. This way you can take it out at the end and cut easily. And I'm gonna start, I have a stick of butter that I've melted in here, and I have 2 ounces of dark chocolate. And that is about a half of a 4-ounce bar. So about half of that. And I need these to melt together. So while they are melting, I will measure out our other stuff for the red velvet. I don't want you to fall out. Yeah, this is not going to be good. Okay, so I have 2/3 of a cup of flour that I'm going to put in here. And I need about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. That is this one. And about 1 cup of sugar, which I measured out before. And I'm going to mix those together. And then for the cheesecake, this is for the red velvet part. Then for I'll put in the liquid stuff later. But for the cheesecake part, I've got a brick of cream cheese in here that's down to room temperature. So, and in that, I'm going to put 1/3 of a cup of sugar and 1 egg. And I'm just going to let that go for a little bit so it'll be nice and smooth. That's not too loud. Once this is melted, I'm going to put put it together with my dry ingredients and the rest of my liquids. So red velvet is really kind of a chocolate. If you can chop the chocolate smaller, it will go even faster. But I want it to be melted enough to be super smooth. And I'm going to let that cool a little bit. Oh, that didn't seem to move at all. Okay. I'm going to whisk together my eggs, vanilla, and I have 2 eggs for the red velvet part. And I'm going to whisk it together with my red food coloring and my vanilla. So for vanilla, I'm going to need 1 teaspoon. And the red velvet, I make so much red velvet stuff that I just started buying it in bulk. But I will say, I feel like it's not as dark, so sometimes I add a little extra. I used to kind of cheat by putting some, like if it called for 2 ounces, I'd buy a 1-ounce bottle and then fill it with water and say, close enough. And it's almost like they did that for this. So I need about 1.5 tablespoons, but I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons. Just to get a little more color. It's much cheaper to buy it by the, what is it, gallon, quart, if you use a lot. So I got that whisked together. And I hope this isn't too hot. I don't want to cook my eggs. I'll do it really slowly. Whisk that together. Hopefully it's not scrambled egg casserole. And then I'm just going to mix this with the dry ingredients. And you probably don't want to see that. It looks kind of scary. I'm going to mix it just a little bit, not overmix. That's why I'm not using the KitchenAid. I just want to mix it until I can't see streaks of dry ingredient anymore. And once I have it mixed up, I will put it into my stoneware pan on top of the parchment. That looks nice and red. I'm happy about the color. And what we're going to do is put the cheesecake pieces on top of this, and we're going to make a swirl, kind of like, remember, I think they started making those in the 80s, where you could buy the swirl cake and swirl it together. So I'll dollop on the cheesecake pieces and swirl it together. Then I'm going to cook it at about 350 for about 35 to 40 minutes. I still need to add some vanilla to this, so I need about 1/2 teaspoon. I'm gonna get a different, they're so big. I let that sit out quite a while, but it's not as smooth as I want it. It must have still been too cold. All right, the truth is I do leave it pretty cold in here because I get hot. So, so this could be why it's a little lumps. It will be fine. That's gonna drip. So I will use a spoon. It says to put it in like 8 or 9 lumps. I find that it's quite a bit of cheesecake, so I'll do my best. Sometimes I pull the batter out of the way so it can sink down a little lower so the cheesecake isn't all on top. So I'll have this just in case. Is it a mess? Yeah, a little bit. It'll be fine. It's very delicious, though. I went to a class on using your pressure cooker, and they taught us how to make cheesecake in the pressure cooker. So I had to order a special pan, but it was awesome. Often the key is getting your cheesecake to room temperature, your cheesecake mix. That's how you're going to get it the smoothest. Okay, I will not put it all in. I want a knife. And I'll just swirl it really easy, just like they taught you on the box. I'm gonna go back and forth, one way and then the other. And these we're gonna cut into teeny tiny bites so that people can use them, just pop them in their mouth, one bite. All right, I have a mess to clean up and I've got to get these in the oven. So when we come back, we're going to show how to make some of the stuff we're making into gifts for your friends.
Tmax Trucking Llc delivers service you can depend on and serves all of Northwest Kansas. They have shale pits located from Logan to Waukene that provide convenient access to your location. Tmax Trucking specializes in road maintenance, and they have a dozer, dump truck, backhoe, and grader to get the job done right. Their locally based business was established in 2012 and is both licensed and insured. Let Tmax Trucking Llc deliver service you can depend on.
Your home's exterior is the best defense against harsh weather conditions. With insulated vinyl siding, energy-efficient windows, spray foam insulation, and metal roofing from AquaShield Roofing and Construction, you can protect your home from howling winds and ice-cold temperatures. Don't let Mother Nature interfere with the comfort of your home. Call or visit us online today for a free estimate. AquaShield Roofing and Construction. Our team is dedicated to your complete satisfaction.
Come on down to Bees Bargains at Smith Center, Kansas. We got the deals.
We have a wide variety of inventory like soap, toiletries, toys, mini fridges, even kitchen tables.
Everything is new at Bees Bargains, but it's all half the price. Yes, half price. That isn't just a good deal, that's a great deal.
And with new items daily, our inventory is constantly changing. That means new great deals are coming in by the truckload weekly.
Bees Bargains at Smith Center. If you can't find a deal here, you can't find one anywhere.
Hi. We're looking for insurance.
Oh, let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Let us shop for you. Contact Rogers & Associate to learn more.
Hi, welcome to the Simple as That segment. We are so excited about the winter wine that we decided that it would be an awesome gift to give to someone that you really love and would enjoy. So what we're going to do is we're going to put together some packaging. Now, we had been talking, and packaging can be really expensive at Christmas time, especially buying bags. If you think about it, you may have a present that doesn't cost very much, but then you end up having to buy all the things to put it in, or the bags. Anyway, so
$4 on a bag.
Yeah, $3 or $4 on a bag, easy. And so everybody has shoe boxes, and the trend nowadays is to have all of your wrapping match underneath your tree. And so why not just use good wrapping paper that has a little bit of a thickness to it, and then you can use those to make your own bags. Can you believe it? It's not too hard.
That sounds like a fun idea.
Yeah, and you can wrap boxes, wrap things to set things down in. So that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is make kind of a package or a basket for this gift to go down inside. And so I found this isn't a great big box, as you know, like you wouldn't want a boot box unless you had maybe something that big to fit in it. But
maybe have 5 bottles of wine.
Yeah, 5 bottles of wine, or you wanted a double portion for your friend. But so I thought this box was pretty good, but it has a flip lid, and so I needed to get that off. And so my first try out of the gate was just to cut on this side, but I'm telling you, if you flip it and go this direction, it works a whole lot better.
I'm so glad Annie gave me this tip because I was telling her I would have done it the hard way.
Yeah, and you know what? I love for people to learn from my mistakes because I do make them quite often, it seems. So anyway, you have a nice clean line, and then you can just set that aside. And so what we're going to do is wrap this box so that it's just a nice brown. You can use any kind of wrapping paper that you have, but I like to do brown paper packages tied up with strings because it just, I just think you can do so much with it.
Add like a pop of color with the ribbon.
You could add a pop of color. You can get markers, chalk markers, a nice big Sharpie, and you can write on the outside of them. Or you can obviously do ribbon, which is what we're going to do. So what I did, it's really not hard to wrap a box. I will have the full tutorial on our Pinterest page of how to do that step by step so that you will know. And there are a couple different ways you could do it. I had it so that my points are on the long edges, but you could do it so your points are on the ends as well, either way.
Add some interest to it.
Yeah,
though.
I thought it did too. I started it and thought, oh, screw up, but then I thought, no, I like it. So, happy accident, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is I have a length of black and white ribbon. Okay. Again, an obsession of mine. I love black and white, and you know that by now. As many shows as I've done, I kind of lean to that direction.
You can't go wrong with that, though.
You really, really can't. And so what I'm gonna do, grab my trusty hot glue gun. Now, something I did with this is I didn't use any hot glue at all. I used double stick tape. And I have found that double stick tape is my friend when I wrap packages now. I used to use regular tape, but never fail. It's cold, the tape would fall off or not stick really, really good. Some people use packaging tape when they wrap packages, and that can get interesting trying to get in those packages.
I hate having like the lines of tape showing.
Exactly. So double stick tape, you never see the tape anywhere. It's kind of cool. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with this base layer of ribbon, and I'm going to attempt to not burn myself. And I kind of have a plan, and I'm going to tell you about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap the package with this ribbon around the outside. And you'll notice I just have enough, and I'm not worried about that because I'm going to cover this with the recipe card. And also I have some really pretty. Okay, so we're going to pull that. Oops.
Here, I'll hold the box there for you.
Yeah, pull the box for me, and I'm gonna pull that tight. Now this is ribbon that has a wire in it, so we're gonna have to hold this for just a little bit till the hot glue sets up and not burn ourselves.
But I love using that ribbon with the wire in it. I think it gives a little bit more flexibility on what you can do with it.
Oh yeah, me too. And we can make it, we'll go back and we'll kind of give it a little point on each corner.
Good idea.
Yeah. And that just kind of makes it a little bit dressier, so we can do that here too. And we don't have to put glue all the way around either with this, because it won't move. Okay, so that's our start. And then I have this really pretty, it's plastic on the back side, but it's velvet on the other side. And I think it's all weather. You could even use this outside if you wanted to. But we're gonna add a little pop of color, so if you hold on to that, and we are going to go all the way around.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, so now we're gonna, this one I think, since it's plastic, we're gonna let that set up a little bit so it doesn't melt through. And we're going to just put I think I'll put I don't know. What do you think? I think let's just go with it.
I think you might be okay if you hold it tight enough there.
Yeah, I think so too. Perfect. Okay. There, and that just, so, and another thing, don't you love the velvet, the richness of the velvet, and then the paper, everything, it kind of is opposites, but it's so beautiful. Okay, so then like I said, we have a recipe. This will be available on our Pinterest page, and it's the recipe card for our winter wine that we made, and that way you can give that to your friend as well, and you're giving her her or him, I guess, the ingredients for what you're making. So what we're going to do is I have some really tiny velvet ribbon too, and isn't that beautiful? And so I'm just going to make a couple slits. If you could use a hole punch if you want too. But I have a really nice little sharp scissors here.
This is so pretty already. I can't wait to see how it's going to look.
Okay. We just want a couple slits where we can slide that ribbon through. So what do you think? Let's do...
It's a little challenging to cut there, huh?
Well, you know what? Maybe this one would be better. Yes, much better. Okay. And we'll... You know what? I think I'll go this direction.
And I like how that's a cool tip right there to cut it at an angle so you can easily slide it through the hole there.
Right, and it may fray, so then you'll want to go back and fix it.
Okay.
But at least to get it through the holes, it sure does help a bunch. Gives you that point to grab onto.
There, you got it?
You got it. Okay. Now we're just going to tie a bow. This can be tricky.
Well, because you just don't want any bow. You want a nice, neat bow.
Yes, exactly. And I want it to be tiny. I don't want it to be great, big, and huge. Okay, now that the bow is kind of where I want it to be, I think it's as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, that looks
and
nice.
then we're just gonna take and put a little dollop on the ribbon, not on the paper, because I want them to keep the paper.
True.
So let's stick with the ribbon here. And I'm gonna center it right here at the top.
I like that little ribbon. It just kind of ties together with the
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, if you will, go ahead and cut those little edges.
Probably at an angle?
Yeah, I would say. However long you want. There, perfect. Okay, so there is our box. Now we're gonna put our goodies in it.
Oh, good.
So first thing we have is the sparkling wine. And you know what? We could possibly put them back here towards the back to kind of even it out.
I like that.
And then I have this really fun, you can get this at Hobby Lobby or anywhere. It's just paper, and it's got a little bit of iridescence in it. And I think it's kind of fun to throw that in the bottom if you want to do that. And I'm going to explain a little bit here. So part of the recipe is we have honey. And so we found these really neat containers that at Hobby Lobby, which are perfect. And so we put our honey in here.
I love the clear containers.
Yes.
I like seeing what's inside. It's cute.
Exactly, and they can reuse them.
Yeah.
It really is fun. And if they wanted to, if they love this so much they wanted to re-gift it to someone, they could even do that as well. This is a re-gift that anybody would love getting. So what we have in here are the spices, the exact measurements of what they'll need for their recipe. So we can slide that in there. And then you could throw in some oranges, and then you could actually fill the rest of it up because you're going to want to use your orange. You actually will need 2 oranges for this recipe if you want to use the garnish portion as well. So you could add several oranges in.
I've even seen it with apple slices. So
Yes.
you could really put like a bunch of different fruit in there.
Yeah, you could then fill it up with fruit. So, but you definitely need 2 oranges because you'll want 1 orange for the recipe and then 1 orange for them to put a slice of orange into there. So anyway, so then I would just fill it up with your fruit and there you go. And I would love getting it.
Yes,
I would love receiving
too.
this as a gift.
Yes.
So I hope that this inspires you to do something just as simple as that for your friends this holiday season.
Make a difficult choice an easy one with Cedar View Assisted Living's knowledgeable and caring staff. Your loved one will be professionally taken care of as they transition into their new community. With movies, holiday parties, planned exercises, and games, residents will have opportunities every day to enjoy their time at Cedar View. Multiple room styles are available, ensuring a just right fit for your loved one. Come see Cedar View Assisted Living for yourself next to Sternberg Museum. The care you need, the home you want.
Gove County Medical Center provides compassionate care combined with today's latest technology. We offer a wide range of services to meet the growing needs of you and your family, including surgical and swing bed services, cardiac and cancer rehab, as well as our pain clinic, long-term care, OB, and ongoing lactation assistance. Serving all of Northwest Kansas, our team of doctors and staff are committed to healing through caring. Visit govecountymedicalcenter.org and find us on Facebook to learn more.
Some mobile phone providers think they can just take. They'll all take an arm and a leg for a new phone.
Got it.
And look out if you go over your data limit.
I didn't see that coming.
Unlimited data plans as low as $20 per line. Come into any of our stores for a free, upfront, and honest consultation about your data and wireless needs. Nex-Tech Wireless, the carrier you trust.
Tmax Trucking Llc delivers service you can depend on and serves all of Northwest Kansas. They have shale pits located from Logan to Waukene that provide convenient access to your location. Tmax Trucking specializes in road maintenance, and they have a dozer, dump truck, backhoe, and grader to get the job done right. Their locally based business was established in 2012 and is both licensed and insured. Let Tmax Trucking Llc deliver service you can depend on.
Hey, welcome back to our holiday special for Nex-Tech Local 1. I have talked Raleen into also making her amazing party mix that she gave us at Christmas time last year, and every time someone tastes it, they ask for the recipe, and that is no lie. Yep. So you need it too, and we're going to give it to you.
Yep, this is one of my favorite things to make for holidays. I always like to make a big batch of it before either Thanksgiving or Christmas, and come up with some kind of cute packaging, whether it's just I buy, something from Walmart to package it in, or maybe something like the girls showed on the Simple as That preview before. So let's get started. We're going to start out, and it's going to be 3/4 cup of the buttered popcorn oil, and it's just, this is what I usually get, is the Orville Redenbacher stuff. You can use that if you...
Do you want me to scrape it for you?
Yeah, go for it.
You go on with the other stuff.
Okay, and then next we're going to add a whole entire package of ranch dressing dry mix.
That's probably the secret. Anybody who puts ranch dressing.
With dressing, and it is really good. Okay, and then next we're going to do 1 teaspoon of lemon pepper. And then we're going to do, I think this is 2 teaspoons of dill weed. And then 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And we're just gonna mix that all up.
Do you usually use a whisk or?
I just usually use a spoon, but anything will work. Just the ranch dressing mix kind of chunks up in there a little bit, so.
And then 4 kinds of chips it looks like we're going to cover.
Yes,
right?
and you can really choose any kind of chips. These are my very favorite, so I always use the same ones. So we're going to start out, we're going to do a half bag. I always like to start with half bags and see how much of the oil it covers, and then I'll always add more if I need to. And you do kind of want to mix this around, so I like to get a nice big container. Otherwise, there'll be a mess everywhere. And let's do a half bag of Doritos.
Hey, I don't know if it's like this at your store too, but I think what makes this the coolest is the Bugles.
The Bugles are the best part.
And you don't find those with the chips in my store.
Oh,
it's
really?
with like the peanuts.
Yeah.
It is for you.
They are kind of hard, yeah, they are in a different place. It is down the
They're
chip
still
oil,
chips.
but it's chip oil, but it's at the end. Okay, let's go ahead, and since the Bugles are the best part, we're gonna add almost a whole bag of these.
Everybody loved the Bugles.
Yes.
I think they got most of the lumps out for you.
Thank you. Okay, so next, basically all you do is just pour this mixture over the top of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
These are just
and I
crunchy things.
We'll stir it here in the middle. Just want to make sure that it pretty much covers everything.
I love that you found this giant pan to make it in.
This makes it much easier. I have tried mixing bowls at home, and it's kind of a challenge.
When I made it, I think I didn't have anything that big, so I had to make it in 2 or 3 and keep mixing them back and forth trying to get it uniform.
Yeah.
So.
And I have used like cookie sheets before too, but this definitely makes it the easiest, I think.
Maybe it gets crispier with the cookie sheets. What do you think?
I don't know, maybe. And after these are done, we will bake them in this container. You have to be careful because they will burn quick, so you have to keep an eye on them. I continue to stir them kind of throughout, but you bake them at 350 for, I think, 8 to 10 minutes, kind of however, just kind of watching it.
So not very long.
No, not very long.
Yeah, when I did it, I had to do it on cookie sheets, and I mean, it was like 8 batches, I think. I just want to show you real quick while she's stirring that we are building the Christmas tree out of cheeses and olives and meats. And we made some snowflakes for the Christmas tree and a star. And I just used the 3 cheese Italian shredded and just made little piles and shaped it into a star. It's better if you have a really good broiler, but this broiler's a little iffy. But see, it makes little snowflakes with holes in them. Isn't that cute? And the star. We just piled it on there and broiled it for a few minutes and kept an eye on it. So
I think these are ready to go.
Okay, let's go put them in the oven. When we come back, we're tasting everything.
Storage Solutions is invested in complete customer satisfaction. You can choose a drive-up unit or a climate-controlled unit. Plus, you can choose from storage units of all sizes to fit your inventory. And that's not all. They'll sign for your packages and deliver and unload them into your unit. Storage Solutions has been named in the top 100 U-Haul dealers 6 times. Rent a pickup, cargo van, or moving truck to keep your goods on the go. Remember, making moving and storing easy is Storage Solutions in Hayes and Victoria.
What a girl wants in her home kitchen. Ease of use, flexibility, fun, the latest kitchen design, Frigidaire Professional Real Stainless Steel for fewer finger smudges, a French door refrigerator, convection cooking, a quiet dishwasher. Have the staff at Genuine Appliance in Hayes demonstrate new Frigidaire Professional appliances to find what you want. Genuine Appliance at 1224 East 27th in Hayes. Everything a girl wants.
Hi. We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free. When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Let us shop for you. Contact Rogers & Associate to learn more.
Tmax Trucking Llc delivers service you can depend on and serves all of Northwest Kansas. They have shale pits located from Logan to Waukene that provide convenient access to your location. Tmax Trucking specializes in road maintenance, and they have a dozer, dump truck, backhoe, and grader to get the job done right. Their locally based business was established in 2012 and is both licensed and insured. Let Tmax Trucking Llc deliver service you can depend on.
Welcome back to Nex-Tech Local 1. We've made it through our holiday special and we are ready to try everything we made today. And I did want to point out one thing that we haven't showed you yet. We made a Christmas tree on a piece of wood. This wood was loaned to us by my neighbors, Andrea and Kelly Day, and we just piled, this was really simple. We didn't really have to cook much of anything. We used meat sticks that Jason made on Backyard Grillin', and then just some cubes of cheese, grapes, olives, and then we made our stars out of the Asiago Italian blend cheese. So, and we have little snowflakes to eat. So, and then we're ready to try the other things. Mostly, we have been testing the winter wine. Becky, tell us what you think about it.
Yeah, so actually, Andrea, if you wouldn't mind garnishing
Yes.
this to show them.
Yeah, it's recommended that you garnish it with a slice of orange and then also a cinnamon stick, and it just kind of enhances it even more. But we are finding you don't have to have that either.
It's so tasty.
It's so good all by itself.
Yeah, really, it's
It is
so
very
winter. It's winter wine. It's
Yeah.
so delicious.
It is really lovely.
And not very strong. Andrea, will you give us a taste of the meatballs
Yes.
and
So
see?
these, would you hand me a small plate, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome, thank you. So, Raleen's Meatballs, and we found these adorable little tiny forks. So let's give this a try.
Perfect appetizer fork.
Yum. They are
The bomb.
they are the perfect sweet and sour, and yet salty too.
Yeah, where'd the salt come from?
Yeah, because you didn't add any salt, did you? Yeah, it is very, very good.
Raleen, will you tell us how your party mix turned out?
Yes. It turned out really well. I think we all agree that the bugles are the best part.
Oh, yeah.
And
definitely.
we just kind of showed it here in a nice little glass bowl so you could put it out for the holidays. And then once again, you could put it in some kind of cute gift wrap, give it to your neighbor, your friends, your daycare provider, anything like that.
Pass that on down and we'll all have
Okay,
some.
I'll give you all some. All right, so thanks for joining us for our holiday special. Hopefully we'll see you again next year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Cheers.
Okay.